were still talking.
Oh wait, they told me I couldn't say the semi word to start with, so I don't have
just
an
follow it by the word final, like semi-final. That should help you with the problem that you seem to.
Yeah, and stop telling.
Stop trying to get rid of my semi, man. Let's just welcome to the show.
God, no, he's done it.
Well, it's Happy Old Reds. We are in the semis, and I've got three. No, I'm not going to say it. To analyze what happened yesterday. Welcome. Make sure you've liked, make sure you subscribed, make sure you check out OK Jerseys. Pretty soon, you don't get a gold one. Do you get a gold badge when you win the European trophy?
Pushing the third star as well narrative, because
that third star's coming next season. I'm telling you, I said years ago, it's happening. Make sure to check them out. £15 for your shirts. We'll see if we can get a gold third star on there, and use code FFTV for 8% off. I don't know where Ben is. I think is he still in time?
No, but apparently he heard us bickering at the start, and we weren't bickering about who's going to go first. But actually, Rob's the only one who actually went to the game last night. But I think before we do start talking about the game, I think a few words of condolence for our number 8 and England's number 8, Anderson, for the news that he got before the start of the game yesterday. That's tragic news that he got. It's heartbreaking, and it's great to see the players, getting around him and saying what they've said. He's put out on Instagram, if you guys are on Instagram, a little bit, a small tribute on there, which is, it's quite moving. So please do send him your well wishes. But yeah, horrible news to get just before the start of the game yesterday, and that would have changed the game plan and affected the players. And for us to get through it yesterday, I thought it was even more important that we did get through yesterday because of that news. So yeah, all our best wishes, I'm sure, from us and everybody in the chat to Anderson and his family.
100%, man. 100%. Horrible news. Did you know at the ground at the time, Rob? But they.
Oh, it was it was known about beforehand, and so I wanted to talk about I wanted to talk about the support actually, because we were singing the Anderson song from kickoff, and I think that Vítor used the really important word, which was family. The team are a family, and they're a family with the fans. And it was very much that kind of atmosphere. I mean, we'll come on to the game in a minute. It was rough. It was difficult. It was not entertaining or enjoyable, but we got the job done. And I really felt the fans were outstanding last night, and they really got behind the team, even though what they were watching wasn't pretty. And I thought
have you started, Rob, or are you still talking about Elliot Anderson?
No, I'm still talking. I thought the tribute that the players did matched what the fans did. So, top quality club is all I would say.
I just want to say I lost my mum last year, and it was very, very hard. So for Elliot Anderson to lose his mum at his age, I can't imagine.
You're right.
So
many how young.
She looks so young, doesn't she? I don't know if you guys have seen the tribute, but she looks so young, man.
I think she was at last game was against Liverpool or something.
I thought it's probably a silly thought, but I thought if Elliot Anderson goes on to have a wonderful World Cup, it's going to hurt him that she's not going to see it.
Yeah,
you know,
we should be so proud.
that's kind of thing you think about when you lose someone, isn't it? It's, you know.
Rob may not have seen it, but did you see the interview they did with Morgan Gibbs-White on the pitch?
Yeah, he was breaking up.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was a really difficult question for him to answer, you know, and you could hear it in his voice how visibly it affected him. So, you know, like I say, the players played with that, you know, so respect to them, and to get through it just made it all the more enjoyable and all the more important that we got through yesterday. And we're in the semi-final, guys. That's I've never seen it.
I wonder. I'm not saying this from a selfish point of view, but I wonder whether what would be best for Elliot Anderson. Would it be better to actually, you know, play against Burnley or whatever, just to get a bit of, because
you got to go player on this.
It gives you a bit of relief, you know, release off your mind when you go out and do something. Or it could be just too upset, which I also understand.
Yeah,
you know?
I think you go with a player on this one, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%, of course.
You know, if he feels that he's right to play, and I think he is that kind of professional that would put himself in the limelight. You know, not in the limelight, but put himself on the line for the team. So I expect him to actually make himself available for Sunday, because he's just that kind of player. It's
such a difficult thing to know what to do for the best, isn't it? For him, I mean, you know, if he feels that he can do it and he wants to do it, then obviously we'll all be on it, you know. And
it's a home game, you know, and the fans will be behind him, so it'll be an amazing atmosphere on Sunday, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think whatever he decides, he's got everyone's support. That's the key thing, and he knows that everyone's there for him. Absolutely. Already, Ben, I've found out where Ben is with the 4.99. Because Rob, can you shout out?
Ben's Wi-Fi's cocked up.
Yeah, he said it here.
Oh,
thank you, Ben, for the 4.99. He goes, have a great GOR. Sorry, I can't join. Wi-Fi's crap in this hotel. Back next Saturday. All right, so you're not here for the Burnley game. All right, well, didn't the admin on there? All right, guys, let's get into the game. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I wasn't worried. Nothing, you know, I was calm the whole time. Didn't think we were going to do a Forest at the end. Go on then, let's start with the ground perspective, Rob. How was it? Because the atmosphere was bouncing in that first half.
So, very eventful start to the game, to say the least. So, after 1 minute, man of the match Williams lost the ball, and that was then compounded by Murillo, and Ortega was straight off his line and did, you know, full body block. And funnily enough, that ended up being the only save he had to make all night. But that was in the first minute. Mm-hmm. And I think we should give credit to Ortega for that, because if he'd been a little bit slow coming off his line, like some goalkeepers that we've had, could have been a very different evening. So, you know, if you save 1 out of 1 shots, fair play to him. So then I think we started off fairly brightly, but then the view I had of that horror tackle on Wood, it was awful.
Where
you can tell it was bent your leg, or Jan Bednarek, right? That Southampton reject. He just went in, studs high, took him out midair, and you can tell by the player reaction. It was, and I just thought, you bastard! We've been waiting 6 months for him to come back, and you do that, you bastard, right? And I just sat there with my head in my hands because I had a feeling. I remember I was there when Britt Assombalonga got his ACL. And that was a lengthy stoppage, just like that. Similar point on the pitch, and we didn't see him for a year. Funnily enough, I don't know if I'm bad luck. I was there at Gillingham when Alan Rodgers did a similar injury. He was out.
Rob, I was there when Trevor Francis busted his Achilles tendon. And Trevor Francis,
but I'm just saying.
I was there when Liam O'Kane broke his leg. You could hear it at the end of the pitch, mate.
So I'm just saying, I had that sinking feeling. I just thought that might be the end of his career. I really did think that. Now, it since transpires that was his good leg. So thank God for that.
Won't be for long. I went just right on where I've had my operation.
You know what? The stoppage for the injury was so long that we actually forgot about the bastard that did it. And because the referee had not done anything about it to start off,
He didn't even give a foul, Rob.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, but
I didn't see
everybody's
it.
thoughts were just like, "Oh my God, Wood career over, season over," and then it's like, "Oh, actually, yes. What are we going to do about him?" And then when he got sent off, I've never heard such a. It was like celebrating a goal because everybody just thought, "Get off, you scumbag!" And then we absolutely went for them after that, and we scored almost straight away. And I thought, wouldn't it be great if we really battered these now? But unfortunately, that didn't happen. I think we have to give credit that was a really top quality opponent.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, look, come on, Porto have got 2 stars. I remember when they had Murillo manager like 20 years ago. They won the Champions League. I think they could have gone all the way. Honestly, I think in terms of the top teams in the competition, it's us, Villa, them. So it was a tough obstacle. And even with 10 men, they were dangerous. Their defense was really well organized. We just could not break them down. And this brings me on to the negative. I hate to say it, but our attack is piss weak. It is piss weak.
We can't score more than 1 goal at home, mate. It's a big
at least we did win at home for the first time under Vítor. But I mean, I don't want to tear into Odoi and backward too much because we might need them on Sunday. But I have yet to see anything from either of them, quite honestly. Those two really... I mean, Odoi was trying desperately to show off. I had a good view of him in the first half because he was like underneath me. And he was trying things.
Where is that?
I was in P block in the Clough stand. So really, right, once we got to half time, the second half basically became about, like you said, get it over the line. Get it over the line. And it doesn't really matter how you do it. I think those shots they had that hit the bar. I mean, we hit the bar as well. I'm not, they had a go at us. They were dangerous on the break. I thought that Fofana would look really good actually, but he was dangerous. But,
I wanted him at Forest 3 years ago. Just saying.
But I'm really, really pleased that we've got to the semi-final. I'm happy that we go into it as underdogs against Villa because we are brilliant underdogs. We are the ultimate underdogs. It's when we're expected to win and we don't. That's the problem. So I would not rule us out at all. Villa are clearly going for it. I don't want to be unfair to the other teams by saying that this is in effect the final, but this is in effect the final. Whoever wins out of us and Villa really ought to go on and win it. I just hope we have Chris Wood back and I just hope we can pull one out of the bag. But just to finish, I think I'm proud that we've got to the semi-final this season, even though, it's not the team we had last year. Same as under Frank Clark, we had to play that European campaign without Collymore. If we'd had Collymore in that European campaign, we could have won the UEFA Cup. So we've had to, it's weird that the team always seems to be weaker than the one that qualified. But we've put Forest back on the map in terms of European coefficient and the rest of it. And we've at least justified, because there's a few Palace fans out there, it's at least justified our participation in this tournament. Last thing, Jaya Cunha was outstanding.
You said the last thing was the last thing.
Yeah. Well, you get plenty of last things. You get start things, mid things, and interruption things. Jaya Cunha was fantastic last night.
Man of a match for me.
Yeah.
Go on, and
not
you
a
jump
single foot wrong. Not a single
fuck all to say now, is there really?
Let's be honest.
And you're a man who's had a few semis in your time. Like, how does this one feel?
Not as good as the other. Not as good as the first two.
What about the third one? What about the third one?
We was that the semi-final against Anderlecht? It was, wasn't it? Yeah. Well, that was a great occasion. The home leg, we won 2-0, and a fantastic atmosphere. And as far as we were concerned, we totally outplayed Anderlecht, and we were going to the final to play Tottenham, who we always used to beat. So as far as we were concerned, that was game over. We did not take into account the referee, of course, in the second leg. But we weren't going about that.
Just before you get going, and just there's a poll there for you guys. It's this new thing. Like, to answer it, just type 1, 2, 3, or 4 in the chat. Who will win?
I'm a bit confused about the Braga and the Freiburgs, but never mind. Everybody's got an opinion. Everybody's entitled to an opinion. Why would anybody seriously think that Braga or Freiburg are the likeliest winners of this cup, this league?
NFFC 2000.
Come on. Tell me why you think Freiburg are superior to either
Three-star as well, so Freiburg.
Yeah. Are you sure you've not? I mean,
now that I just said that, if you're a betting person, you got your bet.
Right, yeah. So last night, the atmosphere sounded absolutely fantastic, I must say. Really, really good. Yes, we were definitely given a helping hand by their man being sent off and having a... Fair enough, mate. Can't argue with that. Yeah, we had a helping hand with the sending off, which was a definite sending off, obviously. I don't think there's anybody that can argue with that. And the deflected goal, which would not have gone in had it not been deflected. But that's football, isn't it? These things happen. We've had plenty of times in past years, past seasons when things gone against us. I thought Porto were good. I know that Wolfie just thinks they were rubbish. I thought Porto were a good side. I thought they played some lovely passing football. But our lads stood up to it. Cunha was fantastic. I'm a little bit concerned about Murillo's form at the moment. He's been giving the ball away a lot. He's been losing the ball quite a bit as well. But he's still got that pace. He's still got that interception. He's still got that nous, that instinct to be in the right place. So you wouldn't drop him, but I am a little bit concerned. However, against Burnley, I don't think we should be very concerned. They've only scored 1 goal more than us, so how bad must they be? Yeah.
They scored more than us.
1 goal more than us, yeah.
That's embarrassing.
I've got a stat, if you may.
Yeah, because we're awful, Wolfie. We are awful.
There's a stat that I was going to bring up later, but we are averaging 1 goal a game scored, and Burnley are averaging 2 goals a game conceded. So
yeah,
we're going to get 1.5 goals against them.
Yeah, well, this is the thing, isn't it? They are equally as bad as us at scoring, but they are far worse at defending.
I think they're the worst defense. I think they're worse than Wolves. I think they're the worst defense.
Yeah. They are literally. So I'm not worried about Sunday at all, to be honest.
I am.
I'm more looking. In fact, I'm more looking. Although I'm going to the Burnley game, I'm actually more looking forward to the Brighton versus Tottenham game. That one, I've got a good feeling. And I don't want to hear any rubbish about new manager bounce. I don't want to hear any rubbish about law of averages. I don't want to hear any rubbish about, Brighton are the most informed team and they're the least informed team, so it's bound to happen that Tottenham win. No, they won't.
Yes,
because they are shit. Genuinely, they are awful.
You're getting ready.
So don't worry about Tottenham. They are okay. Hey?
Just expect
that should make for a comfortable game for us on Sunday, hopefully. So we're going to win on Sunday. Anyway, back to last night. I thought Cunha made a good impression. Again, I think he could be our future. He could be our Murillo replacement. I prefer Murillo to stay, but I don't think that's likely. He might do. Who knows? But anyway, he's a good guy. Cunha, I'm very excited about. The usual suspects were rubbish again. And Odoi was. I mean, I've tried to in the last few goals. I've tried to, say I'd still like to see, but I think no, that's gone after last night's performance. That was awful. He should have come off.
A couple of good things though, and there's an occasion where he took the ball and he kind of got us like up the pit field and away from danger, and he does things like that. And then it's his final ball and his decision making. Backward yesterday as well, perfect opportunities to run out of the place, and he runs straight into 2 defenders.
Backward, I have a little bit more sympathy with because he's not getting the amount of game time that Odoi's enjoyed. Maybe. So, a little bit more hope with Backwell, and I do see him sometimes do something. I mean, Odoi last night, I don't like to get on to him. You know, he's only a young lad, but it seemed like every time he got the ball, it just got tackled. He'd go down, he'd be clear, going down. There's one particular instance where he's absolutely flying down that left wing, nobody near him, until he got to the defender, and he just lost it. You know? Well, you can't keep doing that in top flight football. Hutchinson, I've still got belief in, although it's starting to test that belief a little bit. I think he needs to step up.
Hutchinson, I'm not sold on him. No.
Jesus is. He ain't gonna do it, mate. He's not the man. He's not the man.
But you know we're in the semi-finals, yeah.
That's fantastic. Yeah. I'm starting with the negatives, aren't I?
Freaking how long did you list?
There was only 4 on it, and in fact there wasn't even 4 on it, was there? It was only Odoi and Jesus that I criticised. I said I'm worried about Murillo. Help, Nicky.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Unfortunately,
coming on here interrupting me. How dare you?
Look at his room now, man. Look at that, man.
How dare you? Look, can we get back to my very important speech?
Oh, sorry, Nicky.
Stop listening.
I won't be much longer. I'm on to the positives now, so I won't be much longer. I'm hoping that Wood will play on Sunday. The encouraging thing is he walked off and he sat on the bench straight after with the ice back on his knee. That normally means it's not an internal thing. So let's hope. Because Jesus is, for me, I'm finished with. I'm done with him. NGW, another good game, which we need, and it's good to see. Nico Williams, obviously fabulous, just fantastic as usual. Happy with Sangari in the middle. I'm quite happy with the team. I just think with a couple of tweaks, i.e. Odoi and Jesus, I think we'll be okay. And I think we'll be okay anyway. Sorry, just a quick one on the semi-final. I think we've got a chance.
I hear it.
Yeah, I think we've got a chance. In the semi-final. I saw us play Villa on whenever day it was, Sunday. And I wasn't that impressed with Villa, if I'm honest. I know people say, oh, they had chances. Well, so what? Every team has chances. You've got to score, haven't you? And they didn't create loads of chances. They weren't battering us down, were they? So, yeah, we've got a chance. Scare them at their place with all our fans, because I'm sure we'll get a good allocation for their place. So that will scare them.
I want to hear from Nicky, man.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Was that longer than me? I think it was.
No, it's bloody well Watson.
It felt longer.
Yeah, but I was interrupted.
No!
About 6 times.
Imagine being interrupted, man. My God, that's really horrible.
I wonder what that's like.
I don't interrupt.
Yo, Nicky.
Yeah.
Can
you hear me?
What?
Yeah.
No.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
No.
I can hear you, man, but freaking put your phone on something,
listen,
man.
Can you hear me now?
I'm jumping in and I'm jumping out. I just want to have my say. First off, I think that yesterday, I think we were brilliant. I've spoke to so many people and they've said, oh, no. I think we did what we needed to do. I think, first off, I think we looked strong and everyone's like, oh, yeah, but they've got 10 men. When you've got 10 men as an opposition, they sit behind the ball and then they counter-attack. It's not always better to play someone that's got 10 men. Everyone always says, oh, the only reason we've won it is because we've got 10. No, it's a load of shit. I think we played well. I think we got lucky in certain places. Sorry, beep. I think we got lucky in certain circumstances, but I think that all in all, I think we did what we needed to do, and I think that was good. Then also, because obviously I was there, you're talking to people and they're like, oh, we've got to concentrate on the Premier League. I'm sick of hearing that.
I'm sick of hearing it.
I'm sick to death of hearing it. This is more important. We can win this. We can win it. And if we win it, the Premier League, we're sorted. We're okay. Tottenham aren't going to do anything. They've never been in this position before. They're going to bottle it and bottle it and bottle it again. The only worry I've got with Spurs is if they beat Wolves. If they beat Wolves, they might get this little bit of confidence where they might get a couple of wins. But I can't see that happening. I can't see it happening. I think Wolves will beat them, to be fair, at home as well. I think Wolves will beat them.
Good job.
And I think we're in a great position. And I think we need to concentrate on winning this tournament. We haven't been in this tournament for so many years, and I do not get, because like I said, I spoke to so many different Forest fans yesterday and over time, and they're like, oh no, forget, we need to stay in the Premier. No, we don't. We need to win this tournament, and we can beat Villa.
Both, Nicky, obviously, we can't be out.
Yeah, of course, mate. Yeah, of course we do. But I think the Premier League is, or I think we're already there. We literally, I think
this Sunday, Nicky. I think this week, after this weekend, if things go to plan, I think we've done it. We've done the league.
Yeah, and the thing is, though, man, I'm not even worried. You know, if we're lost on Sunday, right? I'm not bothered because I'm sick of pundits as well going, oh well, they've got this game. You know, any team in the Premier League at any time are good. Burnley could turn it up. Then we could go and play Newcastle and they could stink it out.
All right, so that's all right. You, I'm paying £55 a bleeding match for months on end and not seeing us win. Never mind. I don't mind if we don't bloody win. I do.
Do you understand what I'm saying, though, man? It's like they're going on teams. They're going on teams. The Premier League, it's at the minute, it's so unpredictable. It's like Burnley might turn up.
Tottenham are predictable.
Yeah, Tottenham are predictable. Yeah, well, Tottenham are just dog
You
shit.
lot stop wishing Tottenham into bloody winning, man, please.
No, they're not going to win. Look, Tottenham are too shit. They can't handle the pressure. They've got no players. They're crap. It's as simple as that. But every other team in the Premier League are good and can turn up. So I'm sick of pundits trying to put it down to who we've got because it doesn't matter. We could beat Newcastle, aren't looking that good. We could beat Newcastle. We could lose to Burnley and beat Newcastle and Chelsea.
Yeah.
You know,
I always say that, Nicky. I always say when it gets down to the last 7 or 8 games, I keep saying to this lot, don't look at the fixtures. It's a waste of time. Looking at
of course it is.
Who and, you know, I mean, look, Leeds just went to Man U and won at Old Trafford.
Exactly. And I never thought that was going to happen. And they didn't just go and win; they thrashed them as well.
Oh, it should have been.
Do you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, we just need to concentrate. I think the Premier League's sorted. I think we're the only problem is what I've got with Forest at the minute. I think we're amazing. And I really enjoyed watching them yesterday. I've heard so many people put them down, but I enjoyed it. I thought, first half, I thought it was brilliant. Second half, okay.
Were you there yesterday?
Yeah, I was there, mate. Yeah.
How pissed were you, Nicky? Be honest.
Well, let's just say we needed to pull up like on the way there so I could nip in the bush for a piss. But
I bet everybody around him was like this with nails, and he's in the middle going, "Oh, this is brilliant! This is."
I tell you what, though. In all honesty, yeah, I know.
Are you sure you know what the score was for a change?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, there's that as well. But yeah,
wait, Nicky, you scored the goal this time, yeah? You didn't miss it in the toilets or anything.
No, I left knowing what the score was, which is great. But I did. To be honest with you, though, in all seriousness, I did enjoy it. I enjoyed the football we played, and I think I'm so stressed out with them, right? Because I'm sick, right? And I'm sick of us getting to the final third and not doing out. Just take the shot. It's proven every time. Take Morgan Gibbs White. That shot, it was a deflection. It went in. Every player stopping at the final third and passing it around, trying to walk it into the goal because it's not going to happen. Every time you stop like that, all the defenders get back. Yeah. And then it's too late. It's too late. The momentum's gone. The reason why we did so well last season is because that's what we didn't do. We carried it on. We had a Langer. We carried it on. We ran it in. And obviously Wood, and I don't know if there's any update on him or whatever, but Wood was there. He put it in. But we've got to stop trying to get this perfect goal because the minute you do that, you're putting pressure on yourself. Just to the box and shoot. And even if he saves it, we get a set piece. Do you know what I mean? So
Right,
Just
that's
let
my
Murillo
problem
take
with
any more
Backway.
free
That's
kicks.
my problem with Backway. He had a couple of counter-attacks late in the second half where he was in loads of space.
That's what I mean.
and
And
we
he
had
ran
10
straight at
over.
their defenders.
We had a couple of 3 against 2s. I think you might not see it on the highlights packages, but like just when you wanted him to, I was thinking like, show us what you've got, show us what you can do, and then he sort of slows it down.
And the one time he did it, Rob, was the time I was saying, go to the corner flag, man. He decides to pop it in. I'm like, why does our team not know what a corner flag is,
No,
man?
but I've got to say, the last few minutes, they held it in a corner brilliantly, as good as I've seen. Dominguez, I think it was Dominguez and Gibbs White doing it. They were fantastic.
Bro, I genuinely believe that it was a class act yesterday. I think we were really good. We've got to remember that Porto is a team that have been winning, you know, and we've got to give ourselves credit for what we've done. And I'm not scared of Aston Villa at all. I don't think they're that good. And I think that, Rob, I know you're pulling a face, but I think that we can do it.
This is just my face.
Yeah, I know your face is always pulling.
We'll get another one.
But I think we can do it, and I really got belief, and I think we need to put our best team out all the time, and I think we need to go for this. This needs to be our main thing. It's got to be. We need to win this Europa League, and if we can get past Villa, which I believe we can, then everything else will fall in place. The Premier League, it will happen anyway. We're signed. We're too good.
You know what I was thinking last night, right? What I was thinking is that I want to go to the final in Istanbul. Well, I will go to the final in Istanbul if we get there. And I thought, in a way, I'm glad we're playing Villa in the semi, because I wouldn't feel as confident going to Istanbul to watch us play Villa in the final as I will be against Freiburg or Braga.
1 billion %. 1 billion %. Mate, yeah.
In a way, you know, if we can win the first leg 4-5-0. Yeah, we're looking good.
I don't want to play at Villa Park.
I want to hear what Ezra's going to say, because the poor lad sat here for nearly an hour and not said a word yet.
Oh, yeah.
Patience.
Hey,
Sorry.
for half an hour, you know.
I'm sorry. Listen, this is going to be the first time maybe you not seen me for another year. I'm just trying to air it out, and I'm trying to air it.
Is Nicky a bit of a baby out?
Good to have you on.
To be fair, me and Nicky have been speaking throughout the season, and his mentality has been pretty similar to mine, because I wasn't having this. We were in a relegation battle early on. The only reason we were in a relegation battle because of the stupid mistakes we made, you know, like I said, self-imploding, changing 3 or 4 managers, you know, by Christmas time, you know, and doing all those stupid things. We made our own problems. That's the only reason we were in the situation. But I wanted to touch on the mentality and the mood, because the guys who were at the stadium kind of said they didn't quite feel that nervousness, and I didn't for once, you know. I think the manager's really good, to be fair. The changes he made at half-time did change it for them in the second half, because it didn't look like they were a man short. We didn't look like we had enough. He made 4 changes at half-time, and I think it kind of like took away that one-man advantage we seemed to have in the first half.
Looking at us like the girls did in the chat yesterday.
He looks after himself. I can't fault him for that, mate. But no, in terms of like, you know, how they came out in the second half, it didn't make it easy for us. And touching on what Nicky said, they're not a bad team. I know there is this narrative about the Portuguese league, and it is poor in comparison.
Yeah, but Ez, I don't agree with that as well. I don't agree with this farmers stuff. I don't agree with that. I think that, you know, the FA Cup proves that. You know, it doesn't matter what league it is. If a team's doing well, it's doing well, and that's it. And I think we can play anyone.
The Portuguese is a weaker league, therefore.
It's a weaker league, yeah.
Arsenal had the easier opponent.
They achieve in the Portuguese league cannot be taken as a level as the Premier League. If the player got Portuguese league, doesn't mean he's going to score.
Or jumping in as soon as I open my mouth.
The second place team in that league gave Arsenal a very tough test. And we've just beaten the Portuguese league leaders. So
all right, Rob. The Portuguese league is great. I'm sorry, folks. Portuguese league is great, and it's equal to the Premier League. Sorry about that.
Because you cause controversy, as that's what it is. The second you open your mouth,
I get talking, don't I?
They're all saying let us speak, right? So what we're gonna do?
Let him
That'd be
speak.
good.
What we're gonna do? Tell these three drunkards to shut up a minute, right? Let me just
Just one.
big
It's
up
not
to
going to be
Paul.
worth it. It's not going to be worth it. Go on.
Big up to Paul.
better be good.
Yeah.
Shout
All
out to
it
you.
is.
Paul.
Come on,
44
Ed.
months is crazy, man. Thank you so
Really?
much, Paul. We
Super
appreciate it. Big up to Dobby with the £2. He goes, we're good at scrapping wins when needed. Just NFFC. I think, look, if we can get past semis, we always do well in the finals. That's what I'm saying. And big up to Steph, who's chucked some coffees in as well. Steph is an absolute legend. She goes, cheers to our win. Also thinking back to last year, we did not talk about Williams this much. So happy for him and his progression. He has been on fire, on fire. Right, if you want us to speak, if you want us to speak, hit the like button. So we know you want us to speak.
Yeah, definitely do that.
I'll do a poll on that. Make sure you're subscribed if you're new. And if you want us to get rid of crypto and have Nikki replace him permanently, let us know in the chat as well. Garnet's right. I didn't need to nip to the loose, so just keep.
I'll just take over, shall I? No, yeah, I say mood-wise, mentality-wise, even though like I don't like listening to Darren Fletcher when he's commentating on Forest games, but he was trying to push a narrative that we were all nervous and it was similar to the Sheffield United playoff semi, and it wasn't. That wasn't the mood I got, and I don't think that's how it was in the stadium either. We were a man up, but we were comfortable, even though we did start coming back into the game in the second half. The chances they created, were through our mistakes. There was one that MG Dub gave away, and that led to a shot that hit the crossbar as well, didn't it? But it's just typical Forest. They're never going to make it easy for us, because I did believe, like Rob said earlier, that once we've gone, we've lost a man. We did get into the game. We found loads of space in that first half. So many chances for Morgan Gibbs-White to literally just run through the midfield, but we couldn't find a final ball, and we didn't really create many more chances in that first half. And that's the key thing, because we've got the hoodoo off our back of finally scoring at home the last couple of games, but we're struggling to score more than 2 goals, and that would be my only concern. The first leg in the semi-final is at home, isn't it? And then we go to Villa Park. Will we be able to do enough to give ourselves a win, or even decent lead, or even a win going into that second leg? I'm not sure, but I'm not scared of them, and I think there's more fear from them because not fear from them. I think they're overhyped. I think they're
100, bro.
Yeah, they've won it already. And I did say at the start of this campaign that whoever beats Villa is going to win the tournament. So you're going to have to beat them at some stage, whether it's semi-final or the final. And
Villa's not that good, are they? They're not that good. They proved it when we played them.
Nicky, they're fourth in the table.
We're not a bad team at all, and obviously the manager's got history in this tournament as well of winning it. And they've got players who can turn it on the day, and
so the pressure's on them. The pressure's on them.
On them because
I think there'll be 2 close games, and it's just a matter of which way the wind blows on any particular night.
Who's got the luck? Yeah.
Oh, like Rob said, I'd much rather be the underdog on this one. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
Well, we're definitely that, and you're right. We do better as underdogs, definitely.
It's a game between both teams that choked the Champions League on the final day of last season, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it'll be that game. Those games come either side of a Chelsea league game. So we got a couple of league games before we get to the semi-finals. If we get back to win on Sunday, as far as I'm concerned, that is pretty much as safe. And I like
what, Ed? Sorry, mate, but just referring to the dates. The game we've got before, I think it's Chelsea, isn't it? The game before.
Chelsea's in between the 2 games.
In between, So it's before the second leg, then, is what I meant.
Yeah.
It's on a Monday night. So we're having to play a Monday night and then a Thursday and then a Sunday. That doesn't make sense.
Surely something's got to change there, surely, because that doesn't look right.
Surely you've got to bring that Monday night game back to Sunday, surely. Otherwise, because I know Villa are playing on the Sunday. And we're playing on the Monday. That can't be fair.
And it's something that I've heard a lot of pundits talking about. our league don't protect our teams. You know, if you look at PSG going into their semi-final, you know, they played, I think, the Friday night, so we've got the full weekend off. The German teams, you know, obviously they've got that league wrapped up anyway. Bayern have, but they look after their teams. Premier League.
Can you remember? We used to the European teams didn't used to play at the weekend before the European games.
No, and that's how it should go back to that. I don't care. It should. If we want us to do well in these,
definitely not for one team on a bloody Monday night. That's ridiculous.
Surely something's got to change there. Surely. I mean, I haven't heard anything said, but I will have a look at. You usually can tell on their FPL leagues and stuff like that. They'll tell you if there's been any game changes. But yeah, Wolf, you look at that. It does look weird, doesn't it? Like, we've got the Monday night game with Chelsea prior to that second leg return to Aston Villa in between.
Yeah, the thing, if you move it to the Sunday, though, it's one day closer to the previous leg.
Yeah, so but Villa are playing on Sunday as well, Rob. We should be playing the same dates as Villa. It's Villa we're playing.
Wait, when are we playing? Because I'm so excited, I forgot to check.
It goes Thursday, Monday, Thursday.
April the 30th.
Yeah. Thursday, Monday, Thursday.
When's the second one?
The following Thursday.
The following week. But we're playing Sunderland. We're playing Chelsea on a Monday night, which is
tell me it's not the 7th, man.
It is the 7th. I'm away then.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. I got my freaking hospital follow-up appointment for my wrist.
Oh, fuck that.
What? Yeah. From your first semi?
Whoa!
Is it 8 o'clock?
I would have thought so. Yeah,
I'll be done. My appointment's at 5, man. No,
I'm away that week. You'll never guess where I'm going. I'll tell you guys.
I bet I can guess.
No, that's because you know.
Bangladesh.
No,
it begins with B though.
Bradford.
No,
Rajasthan.
A bit further away than Bradford.
Let the
further away than Blackpool.
Let the chat figure it out. It's abroad, yeah.
Bangalore.
I'm going
Baghdad. Is it Baghdad?
Beirut.
Beirut. Yeah. I tell you what, it was cheap.
Wait, so is this legit then? We're playing on the Monday.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm getting
against Chelsea.
It's going Birmingham. Burnley. These are all good answers. Where are you going?
It's abroad, guys. It's abroad. It's not in England.
Benidorm.
It's not a cheapskate.
I haven't paid for it. It's a free holiday, so that's where I'm going.
Where?
We've just said it in the chat. Who got it? Who got it first? Trevor got it first. Yeah, I'm gonna stand out like a sore thumb, aren't I? I'm gonna be the only Muslim in the
village. When you're on the Sun Lounge, you're next to Johnny Vegas.
As you'll be sound, bro. There's loads of pensioners in their 80s that are loads blacker than you, mate. When they just put that sunflower oil on, you sound.
6 months sunbathing.
How did we get onto Ez's holiday plan?
Because we said the second leg, because I'll be away for the second leg. But yeah, you said you got your.
He's going for free, and the cheeky bugger said, "Do you fancy coming, Anne?" Oh no, I bloody don't.
Well, he needs some OAP by the sounds of it. All right.
I don't know what you guys free, maybe, but
I tell you what, there's a lot of love for Nicky in the chat.
I don't think I can keep up with Ez.
He's my boy.
Yeah, I feel we got to get rid of Ben, man.
Yeah, he's past his sell-by date, I know.
He's still on passionate leave, isn't he?
He'll never talk to me again. Who are
we talking about?
You forgot him already?
I know.
It's been a week, man.
We're replacing Ben with Nicky.
Oh, yeah.
No, I just fit in on. I'm like part of the furniture lot. I fit in.
I was only popping on. A young ant.
I didn't think they'd be able to talk of fitting in. I didn't think they'd be able to fit your bulk into that little window, but they've done half of it.
Hey, Rob, why do you get so depressed, mate? We're in the semi-finals.
I'm holding my phone. I need to.
Yeah, can you put your phone on something, man? Like, it's
I know. Hang on. Let me set my son up. He's let me on. I thought I was only going to be on for 30 seconds and you'll kick me off.
I'm getting nausea from your camera movement, Nicky.
Good. Ziggy's just messaged me saying your phone's shaking, so let me sort this out.
It is. It's
become goat. No, he shags goats. That's not the same thing.
Hang on, I've got a forest thing here. Hang on, let me put that there.
Sort yourself out. I want to know why Rob's so depressed.
Well, can we talk about the injuries? Because this. Well,
you can talk about something really depressing.
No, when we come on to the Burnley part of the game, it's going to be a patched up side, isn't it?
According to Vítor, man. He's saying Wood will be fine and Murillo will be fine.
Yeah.
Well, that's the sort of thing you say to get inside the head of your.
Oh, here we go, yeah, Mr. Conspiracy Man. Yeah, but behind what they're actually saying in the boardroom, where nobody else can hear it, is. Yeah. Come on, Rob, tell us what they're saying in the boardroom.
Wait, no. Actually, before we get on to that, can we ask Rob? Is he still convinced that Forest didn't want to win yesterday because they're scared of Villa?
What is the question? Sorry.
Are you still convinced that Forest didn't want to win yesterday?
Of course, we wanted to win. Of course, we wanted to win.
Yeah. So let's forget the argument we had last week.
We didn't want to win because we're scared of Villa.
No, I didn't say that. I said I think that deep down there's a lack of belief that we could beat Villa over 2 legs, which is why we had a somewhat weaker side out at Porto to prepare us for the Villa game in the league. But
there you go then. Yes, that's what you said then.
Wait, were you talking about the Villa game in the league or the Villa game in the Europa League when you're making your weird statement?
All I said is by putting Morato and Abbott and the team out that they did last Thursday, they were prioritizing the Premier League game, and I wondered whether that was because deep down they didn't believe that they could get past Villa in the semi-finals. They weren't trying to win last night.
Guys, you've made him say it again now. It's ridiculous the first time he said it, and now you've made him say it.
Hang on, what kind of team selection is Morato and Abbott away at Porto? I'm sorry, but that
good enough to get a win.
It was a draw.
Good enough to get the draw, yeah. It was good enough.
The draw. Was it a draw?
It was a draw, and it was good enough to get the draw. You know, they scored the own goal, remember, Ant? They scored an own goal and gave us a chance. But
yes. That was it, yeah. Yeah.
Going back
to me now, Ez.
Well, let's talk about this injury just before we do. Sorry,
failed there. You wanted a flip flop, didn't you? Just play it anyway.
No, I did not. I did. You know why?
I saw your finger twitching.
I just wanted to confirm you're an idiot. Nothing to do with flip flop.
Right, you
know why I brought it up? I'll tell you why, Rob. The reason I brought it up was there was people in the comments off the last show saying you lot are being way too harsh on Rob. He's talking a lot of sense. And I was like, if I called out what you were saying, then I know you were going too far.
It's a small point, and you're blowing it up to something it doesn't need to be. I just think that Morato and Abbott...
You know what?
That's what you did.
Are you aware what stream you're on?
You started putting out stats, bro, to back up your point.
Rob,
your lame point that you made last week.
This is right. You take... You're expecting.
Okay, I did go into some detail. I did go into some detail just to say that we had not beaten Villa over 2 legs, but that, by the way, is in a league.
We played them in the league.
Let me defend myself. Let me defend myself.
Because what
right,
position are you?
No, because I want to be done for bullying you.
Are you defending, Rob? What
position
are you defending?
Shut up, I'll tell you. Right?
Well, no, because we don't want us to tell you about a position that you're defending that you've not been.
All right, let him outline his
straw man's, mate. Straw man's all the time.
Wait, hold on. I just want to hear his kind of hypothesis here. Go on.
Have you stopped?
Welcome, Nicky.
Go on,
Hello.
I merely pointed out the reality that home and away over the last 4 seasons, we've on aggregate drawn with Villa twice and lost to them twice. That said, in a knockout format. This is almost like a playoff semi-final. Form goes out the window in knockout football. Okay, so I'm not saying I don't think that we can deal with Villa over 2 legs. I'm not saying that. VAR's been on our side all the way through the tournament. I've got a feeling about it. But if you're going to look at it on any kind of empirical evidence, there's not a lot of evidence for where all this chest is coming from.
Yeah,
who's got chest? Okay,
Rob,
who's got chest?
there is because the
Villa are shit. I mean, come on, they have got a better squad than us.
Rob, it doesn't matter. One, the pressure's on them because they're the favourites.
Yes.
Right. So that goes. 2, it's like a local derby. So it's completely different to what we're playing in the league. We've got every chance of beating them. Every chance of beating them.
Like a playoff semi-final. It's going to have an edge to it. It's going to feel very different to just playing them in the league.
But we have to beat them or at least draw with them at the City Ground. The disadvantage we've got is the fact that we're playing them at home first. Yeah. I'd rather have played them.
Except for the fact, Nicky, that we are better away from home.
Not a Villa Park, Ant. Not a Villa Park.
Don't forget Villa Park.
We can't forget Villa Park. We're playing there.
We played Villa and it was a 5-5 draw. It doesn't mean it's going to be a 5-5 draw next time.
I think I'm really confident. I think that if you speak to what's his name, Wolfie, Billy, he's like, he sits there. Yeah, I'm quietly confident.
Getting a bit leery, isn't it?
Carry on being quietly confident, you dickhead. Right? I'm telling you that, and you can save that and send it to him because I'd have loved to have sent it to him myself. Right? He sits there all cocky because up the Villa. Why? Because they've been good for a couple of seasons. This shit. They need to remember that we've won more than them, and we're a bigger club than them, and they need to remember that. How many stars have he got?
Nicky, he didn't used to be like that, you know. It's only been the last few months that he started to get a little bit. I noticed he's getting a little bit cocky.
He's getting cocky, mate.
Exactly,
mate. And I tell you what, he can sit there being all cocky, wearing I don't know what other top it is with the same shit colours that his kit is that he wears. Right? He needs to understand that there's about 4 clubs in the Premier League that wear the same colours as him. Shit. West Ham, Burnley, and them, they're all shit. He needs to remember that. But he sits there like, oh yeah, I'm quietly confident because all I want to do is watch Wolfie on the 12th man turn around and go, fucking eat that, you dickhead. Because I'm sick of him sat there all cocky because up the Villa have done good for 2 seasons.
Wolfie,
and I'll tell you something else. You'll know this as well, and you'll know this. Villa fans don't like us. They don't like us, mate.
Yeah.
Right? You'll know that. They don't like us. So I want to absolutely paste them. And to me, that's what I want to see more than anything. And I want to see Wolfie sit there and tell him to take his finger out of his arse because he chats shit and his club ain't that big.
Wolfie, we beat Villa, get Nicky on 12th man. Just for a 2-minute.
Nicky I'll tag him in, man, that week. I know it's. I love Billy. Big up to Billy.
I'm sure Dan will let you Billy on for 2 minutes.
You know what? I spoke to Luke from Up the Villa podcast. I'm sure you love that. Up the Villa. Yeah, he didn't want to play Forest in the semis. He was like, his worry he said to me, his worry is that Villa will try and play it like a European match, and we'll play it like a Premier League match. And he goes, that won't suit them. So I mean, we'll build this one up in the week coming. When it's there.
They won't be. No matter what they may say and what Billy may say, they won't be happy about the fact they're playing Nottingham Forest in the semi-final of this game.
I agree.
They have a much easier ride than playing us.
I'm with you guys because I think the sensible Villa fans aren't looking forward to it, but the chirpy ones, and there are quite a few of them because you see them on TalkSport and all sorts of other places where they're so confident with this next leg that they're going to beat us, but the sensible fans are a little bit more cautious, and I'm quite happy with, like I said, go back to what we said, happy with us being the underdogs going into this game, and it's a different competition. Your narrative last week, Rob, just falls apart because there's no context to it. You know, aggregate in the league. There's no such thing as aggregate in the league.
Facts.
No, aggregates in the league. We don't.
Look, I am in agreement with you.
You backtracked, and then you backtracked and says, "Oh, but it's a cup competition, and anything can happen," which was my whole point all along anyway. So why you went on with that stupid rant last week, I don't understand, and you backtracked this week anyway. So that is a one-off.
Right, so we all have the same opinion.
It's a competition, but we haven't played them in, so there's no context to how it's going to play out. But I am quite.
The honest truth is, right, that neither set of fans.
Hey, Ziggy.
Could be Zig. Neither set of fans can be truly confident about going through. We all know it's going to be a tough time for both clubs. It's going to be difficult for both clubs, and it may even go the whole way. You know, it may even go to penalties. Who knows?
I would back us on penalties.
Yeah, I would. I
would back us on penalties against West Germany. I mean,
yeah.
we're pretty damn good.
Oh, and look, do you guess who they play in between the two legs? Freaking Spurs. They've got.
They do, don't they? Yep, they do. They do. What they'll do is they'll rest half the team and still win 3-0.
They can put the kids out against Spurs and
and still win. Yeah.
Apparently, Rob, the chat so far in the vote. So I think you can all see that in the bottom right corner. Is Rob flip flopping? They're saying you're not. If you think he is, press 1.
Yeah, but I think there's only 3 votes. I'm honest.
55% of our viewers. 55%.
Nobody's interested in Rob flip flopping.
Understand what you
can't tell. I don't know.
Respect a well-qualified argument rather than just noise.
But what was qualified about your argument? You backtracked on it today.
Let's not go over old ground. Let's not go over it. They're saying
show respect for your opponents. That's all. That's all.
Not what you were saying. No, you were saying you were scared of them. The club
actually know what they're voting on. I don't think they know what they're voting
on. The games themselves will be only about who handles the pressure best. It's like a driving test. It's nothing to do with whether you can drive or not. It's whether you can handle the pressure of the test.
Which is correct. That's not what you were saying last week. Last week you were saying we were throwing the game because we didn't want to play Villa in the semi-finals. We were scared of Villa in the semi-finals.
Right.
That's what you were saying.
That's what he was saying.
That was an under-strength lineup against Porto away.
Rob, please don't actually defend yourself. We're not interested in what you say because we heard what you said and it was crap.
Right.
So don't try to explain it. We're not interested.
All right, let's move it forward.
I think it's all written. I think
and you can shut up as well.
I think the Premier League steadies. Spurs can't handle the pressure. They're going to fold. And I think that because of the fact that Villa are expected to win, I don't think they'll win. I think it's all written. I think that we'll win the Europa, and I think that we'll stay in the Premier League comfortably. And I mean comfortably. I mean above Leeds, above everyone. I think that we're going to win or draw the majority of the next games. I'm sick, like I said, about pundits going, "Oh, we got Burnley. We might lose to Burnley. It don't matter."
We should have got Nicky's predictions for the final 7 games.
Yeah, I'd love to do it because
he said we're going to finish above everyone.
I think we're going to beat. I think we're going to be not. Honestly, Wolfie, you can laugh, right?
I'm not.
I'm sick. I'm sick of watching the predictions about teams. Like I said earlier. We turn around, you go, "Oh, you're going to see, oh yeah, we're gonna beat them," and we don't beat them. But then we'll go and beat someone like, I don't know, or do well against someone like a Big Six or
Man
whoever.
City.
Yeah, whoever. Do you know what I mean? Because it doesn't matter in the Premier League. I don't get where people are saying, "Oh," because any of these teams, any of them, apart from Spurs, because they're absolute dog shit, but apart from any of them, Wolves, Burnley, any of them, they can turn up on the day and they can do a good job. And then we can go to somewhere else and Brentford and beat them 3-0 or whoever.
It has changed with flip-flopping.
Why are you all laughing at me? You winded me
Look,
up.
you look, read the chat. Rob's been voting for himself like he
Yeah,
does in real
I
life.
was 55%, and then suddenly you all went and
He
voted
voted for
against me.
himself, and look, there's the evidence right there.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem to have changed the score either.
Oh,
Have
it's
you
rigged
closed the
now.
poll?
It's rigged. Right, I'm taking this poll
I've
off.
got my alt account now.
Right, I wanna get on to what Nikki said there. Just before I do, big up to Steph with the 25 months. Legend. Big up to Tim with the 99p super sticker.
Thank you,
And
bro.
big up to apparently Nikki's #1 fan he wrote in the chat a minute ago to Sharky.
Nice
Big
one,
up
Sharky.
Sharky.
I've
Big
lost
up
that.
brother.
with the
Nice one,
44
mate.
months. You absolute legend. Make sure you guys have liked. Make sure you subscribed as well. I think what Nicky was saying there, Rob, he was having an inverted dig at you because he was saying about the pundits that don't think we can beat Burnley.
No, we can beat Burnley.
Are you worried about Burnley?
Wait till Jamie Carragher
Right.
then.
I'm always worried about must-win games. I've got two spring to mind from recent past. The first one was when we went 2-0 up against Luton under Steve Cooper, and that finished 2-2. And then the second one is like when we were beating Leicester 2-1 at the end of last season, and that finished 2-2. So I've got a horrible feeling, and I'm going, by the way. I'm putting my money on the line. I'm going to the Burnley game, but I've got a horrible feeling it'll finish 2-2, and we'll have to get the points from somebody else.
That's sound, though, mate. That's sound.
I do agree
That's
with
not
you,
a drama.
But these things are way too difficult to
Rob,
predict.
you like your stats and your runs and form and all that. Like, how many times have Burnley scored 2 goals this season?
Don't know.
I don't know,
Including
man. I've
own
probably
goals.
watched them 2 times.
In the game.
Hey, Nicky, you're getting called out by Monk now.
What's Monk?
No,
Why, what's he saying? I can't see it on my screen. My
He goes,
screen's
"Who's
that
let the
little because
escape
it's on my
convict?"
phone.
He goes, who let the escape convicts on?
to be fair, I think our
You can
defense
talk, innit?
What
is
you, Monk?
good enough that they won't score 2 goals.
What? So are you confident or not?
I'm hopeful.
Oh, freaking hell. Chat,
How
put your
often
votes
do we
in.
win
1
a
for Forest,
must-win
2
game?
for Burnley, 3 for the draw.
What's your concern? Is it the injuries, or is it just like you think we're
No, it's his
we're
natural
Forest?
disposition.
My
I
concern is
told
the
you
second-
before. I sat next to him. It's his natural disposition.
He's sitting next to Ben for this one, isn't he?
My
Aren't you?
Oh my
concern
God.
is having watched the second half last night against 10 men and just how piss weak our attack is. And we to
It
beat
is.
Burnley,
It
we're
is.
going to
Our
have to
attack
get
is
a goal.
shocking.
We're
Our
going to have
attack
to
is
get a
shocking.
goal. I'm
Is it the end of the world, though, Rob? Is it the end of the world if we lose
I'm
it?
optimistic that we can shut them out and get a clean sheet. Absolutely, our defense is well capable of that, but we are going to have to get a goal from somewhere. And other than Gibbs White, I honestly can't see who
Nico.
it's coming from.
He scored. He scored a goal.
Do you know what? I was looking at our goal scoring stats in the league. It's
They're poor.
fucking embarrassing.
Shocking.
Man.
Yeah.
We should give credit to
Burnley.
Gibbs White.
Like I say, Burnley have scored 1 goal more than us. Burnley.
Yeah.
He's on 12 goals now for the season.
No,
Gibbs
all,
White.
that's all comps. That's all comps.
Yeah, all comps. It's 9 league, 3 cup. And I think we should give him credit because the thing is that you look at his goals and yeah, a lot of them have been deflection, and penalties. And
No, only
like that
one
one-
penalty in the league. He's
like
missed
that
a
one he scored against Spurs was straight to the keeper and it's sort of gone through him.
couple.
And the one last night was a wicked deflection. But quite honestly, if you look at the hype that is Dominic Calvert-Lewin, all of his goals are like that.
That's
And
every
nobody
goal.
said-
Yeah, but Rob, that's every goal. This is what I don't get. He's turned around to Nico Williams and said, "Start taking a shot," because that's where you get your goals from. It doesn't matter
Yeah,
how
but
threatening.
Nick,
Let's
the
just
problem
get
was-
to the box and start taking shots instead of stopping
How
and
many
going,
shots
"Hang on,
did
let
we
me
have in
pass
the
it back
Wolves
to the
game?
midfielder. Let me pass it back," and then it's back to the goalkeeper. All their defenses are there ready. Just run and shoot. Just run
know,
and
last
shoot.
night- you know,
It
last
might go
night-
in.
You know, last night, the only mitigating circumstance that I can give them in the second half is that we were actually leading the tie. So they would definitely have, that would have been in the back of their minds. If we'd have needed to score, if we were behind and we needed to score, I'm sure we would have had more shots. But when you're leading in a European match in the second leg and you're going to potentially go through to the semi-final, I think the temptation, I'm not saying I agree with it necessarily, but the temptation is when you go towards that corner flag, you turn around and pass it back to somebody safe rather than put it in and risk losing the ball. That's the only mitigation I can give them.
As Larry says, if you don't shoot, you'll never get a semi. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. And everybody's scared to death. And that's today's football. You know, 20 years ago, if you watch footballers, you'll take players on. And now, nobody dares miss. Nobody dares take a chance. Everyone's that scared. They'll run, get to the final third, and stop. And let's pass it to him. And then they pass it back. I'll pass it back to you. It's like, what are you doing? Just play the game. I genuinely
care
don't
about
get
GNA.
it.
That's all the stats that people bring up as GNA, which I'm going to be hypocritical and bring up now because obviously everyone knows who our top goal scorer is, right? Gibbs White with 9.
Yeah.
And I'm talking league now. Our next highest goal scorer is bloody Hudson-Odoi and Jesus with 3.
It's pathetic, isn't it?
Our fourth highest is Chris Wood, who's barely played 2 minutes with 2 goals.
I'll tell you what, though, if Igor Jesus scores, we win. That seems that's something.
Well, Rob, it's a small. You're talking about a very small sample size there.
Yeah, I know, but the same could be said for Taiwo as well. By the way,
you know, with Jesus,
I think if we score, I think we're one of those teams that if we score, then if we score first, generally we do win.
But it goes
you think Jesus been unlucky though this season? Like,
no, it's been shit.
I don't want to make it the Niche show. But
no, it's been shit.
Don't you think he's been unlucky? He had that one off his shoulder and they called it handball.
No,
you just think he's been shit? I think he's had about 5 goals disallowed that should have been a goal.
No. He's grown into the season.
At Wolves or something, and someone was standing on the line, and he had another one ruled out as well.
Liverpool.
I don't care. So he's had 2 goals ruled out. So that would have given him 4 goals in the season.
5.
Who's that? Jesus.
He's on 3.
Yeah, if he was on 5,
on 3 in the league. He's on 3 in the league.
Yeah. So 3 in the league. So if he'd have scored, if those 2 had been allowed, he would have scored a whole 5 for your main striker. A whole 5.
But this is my point.
He's not good enough.
He was not in as the main striker, and he was never brought in as a main striker. He was always brought in.
No,
as
but that's what he's been
Chris
playing at. I'm only going on what he's been playing at.
So he's coming.
I'm not necessarily blaming him for that. It's just I'm just stating
he's not going to be that finished article. He's coming to a season. He's coming to a new league. I don't think he was ever brought in as a main striker. He was always brought in as backup to Chris Wood. We lost Chris Wood for the pretty much entire season, and he's had to be thrown into that deep end because nobody. We get rid of Callum Hudson-Odoi. So he had no choice but to play through it.
That's the craziest. That's crazy. Callum Hudson-Odoi is just crazy.
Well, Alex just mentioned there.
Do you know who I get vibes of, right? Do you remember when we got relegated in, like, was it 1999, last time we got relegated? And we had most of the season, we had Marlon Harewood up front. And he tried really hard, and you could see that there was potential there. And then in 2 or 3 years later, he went on to be a really good striker. But
yeah, but in the championship,
he didn't, Rob. He was crap at 5. He was crap when he left.
No, but what I'm saying is that he was never meant to be the number 1, but we ended up having him up front pretty much every game, and he finished the season about 3 or 4 goals, and he was given loads of opportunities. And I'm getting the same sort of feeling about Igor for the amount of game time he's had. He should be on more Premier League goals. So I think I wouldn't say he's shit because he scored. He scored goals in the Europa League that have got us to where we are.
Not a natural goal scorer, Rob. You can see his movement. He doesn't move into the right positions. Listen, that's not his fault. It's just a fact. The guy's got 3 Premier League goals all season. His position is terrible. His finishing is terrible. And now even the fans are starting to get fed up of his theatrics going down every time a bloody player comes near him.
That does frustrate me.
The fans gave him the benefit of the doubt. And they were saying, oh, look, he gets stuck in that. No. He feels a touch and he goes down. It's every time. It's frustrating.
I don't know, man. I think he's a good finisher. I think maybe... Let me finish. I think positionally, I'll agree with you there, right? But I don't know, man. I don't know what to think on him. He confuses me.
It's because you're confused because you like him. You've chatted with him. He's a lovely guy.
He
and
hasn't
everything.
really texted my last message. I don't like him anymore.
In fact, Ant, you've just reminded me he's crap.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
I
Here
think
we
he's
go.
got potential, and
Stick
I'm
up
happy.
front. Stick hand
around.
up front.
No,
There was a
You
chance.
people, you may laugh at me, but when I go down that
we won't
ground,
laugh at you.
the amount of people that come up to me and say, "Come on, get your boots on. We need you, mate."
Yeah,
But
we haven't
don't
seen
worry,
you
this is
play,
a
bro.
Leeds fan saying it. And shout out to All Boxed Up because he said, Wolfie, hilarious song comes at time last night. I never ever watch my watch alongs back. I'd vomit. But thank you for the £2. Big up to my fellow Cambridgeshire.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you.
Thank you, bro. We're sharing a Cambridgeshire semi together with you guys. That's just joined. Going back to the start. Love you guys. I'll see you soon, bro. I hope you're well. Thank you for the 199. Okay, let's cover off this game on Sunday. I can't lie to you, boys. Something's gonna go wrong this weekend. I don't know if it's gonna be Spurs are gonna win. I don't know if we're gonna draw with Burnley. I don't know if it's the fact that I've had too much Rob this week. Pause. But I don't know, man. Like something isn't adding up for me on this weekend, and I'm saying it now. I'm worried.
If anything potentially was going to go wrong, I think it already has, and that was with injuries yesterday sustained. So we'll see. I mean, I'm with you. Pereira said that he expects both Murillo and Chris Wood to be fine, but Chris Wood's, I mean, it was bruised straight away, so I don't know how he's feeling this morning. I'm sure he wasn't feeling great after that. And I don't know how he's going to...
I bet he wasn't feeling as bad as me.
When
I got my kicking old knees up.
With Murillo, I can see it because we've seen him do this, haven't we? We've seen him.
He does it all the time.
Can we
He does
talk
it all
about
the
that
time.
whole scenario? Like, I got pissed off at Murillo, if I'm being honest. Just get off the pitch.
If you got to, go down, stay down.
Yeah.
Stay down, make the referee have to make a decision. But the players were indecisive. There was a couple of times we should have kicked out of play and they didn't do. I think it was said in the chat earlier on today, Laurie probably said it, Callum Hudson-Odoi looks probably the most injured or most potential to.
He was in crutches leaving the ground.
Yeah, his looks like more of a muscle injury, which then can take a lot longer to.
He didn't look good on his thigh.
We might win then, eh?
In terms of negativity going into the game, that's where my negativity is on those potential injuries. So, because you'd love to see Chris Wood starting against Burnley. I think he's got a really good record scoring against his
club, isn't it?
As well. Yeah, I think he scored about 7 goals against him, so he's got a really good record against him. So you'd want him in that game. And touching on what you guys were saying about Igor Jesus, yeah, he's not a number 9. We've seen it even in the brief spells we've seen from Chris Wood already, the positions he gets into, the runs he makes, the players look for him. You know, we don't get that from Jesus.
Did they reposition him as the other game?
Say again.
Did he reposition him the other game? What game was it? The other week? And he
when
put him in a.
Both on. When he had.
Yeah, he did. He put him in a different position, didn't he?
Yeah, for 10, 15 minutes we saw that, and I quite liked that. So I mean, it is something I would have liked to have seen yesterday, but that didn't transpire.
Because he won't accept it, will he? He's saying he's a number 9.
And what are you saying? What were you saying, Ant?
Sorry, were you saying you wanted to give another chance? How did you see it playing? How did you see Jesus' position?
When he was playing
Wood
with
came on.
Wood?
Yeah.
Or yesterday?
How would you describe his position?
He dropped to a number 10 position, and he had more.
Right. So sorry. The only reason I'm asking is, and I'm not getting on at anybody, is he's just said, and I think there's agreement elsewhere that you'd like to see him in that position. We've got McAtee in that position. Why would you prefer Jesus over?
I don't know what McAtee's doing wrong because he's not even coming off the bench.
Yeah,
I would have expected him to get
but
a game.
I'm saying under normal circumstances, if you had a choice of a number 10 between Jesus and McAtee, surely you'd go for McAtee.
Are you going to do the lineup, Wolfie? Are you going to do an actual lineup build?
I would like to see. Jesus and Wood together. 'cause
I get what
think-
you say. I actually agree with you. I'd like to see him in
I
that
think he's a better
position.
finisher
I just
than-
wouldn't pick him over McAtee or White.
When they were
But
both
I
on
would like
against
to see-
Villa, when they were both on against Villa, I feel like our attack actually dried up. I don't know if they're too similar a kind of player.
I
but
agree. I think Ez is glazing it too much.
No,
when that
I
happened.
liked what I saw, man.
So-
I saw it was only a 10, 15 minutes.
Can I just point one thing out about Igor Jesus, right? For a lot of the season, he has been an
Jesus.
isolated figure.
Mm.
He's been an isolated figure. And part of the reason for that is that Gibbs White can play quite deep because he wants to do his spins and tricks on the edge of our penalty area. But Gibbs White wants to be, wants a lot of space around him. And I think if he was just told to go and stand next to Igor Jesus, then he might get quite a few knockdowns. Because I felt a lot of the time, Igor's been like knocking it down for nobody because nobody's actually standing next to him. So if you've got somebody like that who is a decent presence in the air, why are you not feeding off him? So that's all I would say. I don't think that he's necessarily going to be any better as a 10, but I think if you're going to employ him as a 9, do think about that, because the trouble is that Gibbs White isn't that kind of player to go up there and buddy him and pick up off the scraps, because he wants to be starting the moves off.
I think the ideal position for Igor Jesus is number 9 for Botafogo.
So you would sell him? Is that what you're saying? You would sell him?
Oh, I'd sell him.
Yeah.
I'd sell him. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Would
Without
you,
any doubt.
Nicky? Would you sell him?
Look, I don't get where you're saying Chris Wood and Jesus, the similarities. I think they're completely different.
Mm.
I think they're so different. I think Chris Wood's football IQ is so much better. The only person I'd compare Chris Wood to is someone like Haaland or Harry Kane, but just a Timu version. I genuinely believe that. I can't see where you.
That style of player is what you say.
Yeah, I can't see where you comparing him to Jesus. They're completely different footballers. Completely.
So,
But I think Chris Wood is really good, and I think that he deserves a lot of credit. And I think that because he plays for us, he doesn't get that credit. But
Nicky,
is what? And
it'd be nice if he was fit and could actually play a game for us.
yeah, well, he's a pussy, isn't he? That's what I'm saying to you. He's a Timu version, isn't he? He's a team. Haaland's built like a brick shit house. He's a pussy. You know what I mean?
He is old as well.
No, but in all seriousness, I think that Woods he's been brilliant, and I think he's elusive and he stays out the way. You don't see him, and then next thing he scores a goal. Who else does that?
Like you
Haaland.
say, Nicky,
Who else does
IQ,
that? Kane.
it's football IQ that Wood's got in the body.
Exactly. Chris Wood is a fantastic striker, and what you want as a striker. That's exactly what you want. And the other type of striker that is Jesus or let's say Rooney or whatever, they're the ones you've got to be exceptional in what you do. And if you're not, you don't cut it. It's as simple as that. And unfortunately, Jesus.
Like me.
Eh?
Sorry, mate. I was just sorry, gone.
No,
carry on.
You know what I mean? Playing it from the floor, running through, taking on players and scoring, you've got to be exceptional. And then there's the other type of striker, like I say, like Wood, Haaland, and them ones that are in the right place at the right time that can get their head on it or just put it in.
So what I keep saying about Jesus is neither got the footballing IQ certainly as a striker.
Nor the skill.
No anticipation, and he's not got the finish.
Exactly.
I think you've been very harsh on him personally, but
I think he's been unlucky.
Well,
I think
my standards are higher than yours. That's all I can say.
No, it's not that. You know what the issue is? It's not the 9. It's not the 9. It's the wingers. The wingers are the issue.
what have we created for him this season?
Come on,
Bro, don't even tell me our wingers are good, man.
No.
No, they're not. I'm not saying that at all.
So,
I'm
what
saying
is
there's
he creating
potential
for
with a couple of them,
This
but
is
no,
my
you're right.
question.
But I'm not blaming them. I'm sure if Chris Wood had played as many games as Jesus, he would have scored a lot more than 3 goals.
I don't think so. Not with those wingers.
Not with the chances we
Oh,
create.
well, let's move on then, because we'll agree to disagree on that.
What's
You think
Hutchinson? What
Jay
does
Hughes
Hutchinson
is as good
do?
a finisher as Chris Wood? We may as well move on. To the next
Hutchinson
subject.
has started to put alarm bells going off in my mind.
What does he do? What does he actually do apart from get to the near side goalpost of the away
cuts
goalkeeper
back.
and then pass it across the ground? How predictable can you get? Because every single time he gets the ball, what does he do? Run to that line, run to the goalpost and pass it in off the floor. And what does the defender do? Just kicks it out. Has he got nothing else? It's so frustrating.
Hutchinson has at least had some good games. And
In what respect though, Rob?
Very few, man. Very few.
He doesn't. He does the same thing every single time.
£7 million. So we can. That's some consolation to us. He was only 37 million.
The question for Sunday is whether if we play the 4-2-3-1 and we actually have wingers, probably the only option that I don't hate would be to have Hutchinson on the left and McAtee on the right. Okay, even that doesn't. Because I just don't want to see Odoi or backward near the starting lineup for such an important game. In the same way that I don't want to see Morato, I don't want to see those two. They're now on my list, right? But Jericho. I'm almost wondering if you need to pick the team based on who's actually playing well. So I'm not suggesting.
Well, go on then, pick your team. What are you saying?
Well, what about a 3-4-3?
That
God. Would have Jair alongside Murillo and Milenkovic.
Okay, that I'm not against.
Rob, we're playing against Burnley, mate.
No, it's not 5 at the back end. The point is, do you not believe that Aina and Williams have a lot more attacking?
No, I actually do. No, I actually do.
Fucking wingers, right?
No, I actually do.
I'm not hating where you're going with this.
Right. So now the point is that if, let's say that one of those is a flex spot, which is obviously the Anderson one, which is Dominguez if he's not playing. Right?
Dominguez could fill in for Anderson quite.
Can we also say another thing, which is like Sangare? I thought he had a really good game last night. He's got two elements to his game. So there was a lot of the game where he seemed to be playing as a sweeper in between the two central defenders. But then I also saw him playing 1-2s on the edge of the box, trying to get in a shot. So I would like to see Sangare further forward because I think he can hit it from distance.
He's got a great shot. He's got a great shot on him.
Now, in terms of this formation, right? In terms of number 9, my priority list would be Wood if available. If he's not available, Taiwo. If he's not available, Igor. I just don't. I think Igor's had enough.
I thought I might have got in then in third place.
Wait, what are you doing with the wingers?
Well, I wouldn't have wingers. I'd have Gibbs White and McAtee.
So you're not going 3-4-3 then? You're going 3-4-2-1?
Yeah, like that, yeah.
But not
next it's going to be McAtee. McAtee should be fresh.
I'd like to see McAtee. I would.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him.
I think he's got talent. He's lightweight and he's inconsistent. But the thing is, I don't think that Odoi and Backward have even got talent.
I kind of like this. I don't know.
Yeah, I quite like it. Yeah. I'm always up for
So you've got those 4 in a box. You've got those 4 in a box, and all of those 4 are good with the ball at their feet and good under pressure. But I just think that you cannot, if you start off with like Odoi and Hutchinson playing on Sunday, all they're going to do is be pinging shit crosses into the box that will either be caught by the goalkeeper or just fly over everybody or just be lapped up by the defence and turn into counterattacks. So I want to see some actual football played. And I honestly think that Williams and Aina are much better wingers than any of our wingers. So let them do it. Jay Cunha was outstanding last night, and I'm sure he can play another game. Another game.
Just for everything the boys in chat, just quickly on this, let's call it Rob's team. 1, if you like it. 2, if you don't like it. I hate to say it.
You know, one change I may make, purely because of his passing ability, would be Ortega instead of Sells. Because I think Ortega's passing out is a lot better. And when you're playing 3 at the back...
Ortega was brilliant yesterday as well, wasn't it?
And to tell you what, I'm almost thinking swap them round. I think you want Sells in the Europa League because he can save penalties. I know Ortega's got the black magic thing going on where he makes people
I
miss
was
the
going to
goal.
say, hang on a minute, Rob.
But I like Ortega. I would put
You could
Ortega
just
in
bring him
there.
on for a penalty. You could just bring him on for a penalty shootout if you want to do
But,
that.
you know, if you go back to this game, I just think that when you're playing three at the back, when your wing backs are pushing up, it's nice to have somebody that can actually pass the ball to them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not against that. I'm not against that.
I agree.
think he spoke really well as well after the game. That's the first time I've actually heard him interviewed, and I thought he came across really well. But yeah, I've got no issue with that. And switching them around in terms of tournament as well. I think Sells does really well against Villa. He did in the last game, so that's not a bad shout at all.
Lucky are we though to have two keepers like that?
Exactly. Other teams have done it. If he has actually got a voodoo or hoodoo over him, you could just bring him on for a penalty shootout.
Yeah, but Ed, like I said, to be fair, he didn't actually make a save.
I know, but it's a hoodoo, isn't it?
I know, but I don't believe in juju and all that stuff.
But you know, in terms of this lineup, I'm not against it. Free back is something I was going to suggest. My only concern is that Cunha's he played the full game, didn't he, last night?
Yeah,
he'll be all right.
He'll be fine.
I know, but I would not be switching him out for Morata. That's all I was going to say.
Oh, no. Oh my God!
So if he wants to go free back and he's got Cunha available, then I'd go with a free back. Up ahead of him, I don't have too many problems with that either. If Anderson doesn't play, obviously just slot in Dominguez, who again was fantastic last night. He's all over the place. Sangare.
To be honest, I think Dominguez has been playing better than Anderson in the last few weeks.
Yeah, and Sangare. I think he's been the most consistent midfielder, to be honest, out of those three. You know, Sangare's had his good spells and bad spells. We've seen him grow into games, but he's not been fully consistent. But I think in the game tomorrow, on Sunday, if you can give Murillo that free space, give him that ability to be that extra man, and you know, you've got that defense because they've got nothing going forward, and I don't want to jinx it, but they haven't got anything going forward, so I haven't got a problem with letting Murillo have a slightly freer role, letting him progress.
I'd say he's my biggest concern, bro. I'll be honest with you. I agree.
No, I think if you give him that, I think he's better doing that rather than trying to ping passes from defense. That's where he loses the ball. That's where he has been giving the ball away.
I think it's been lazy. I think it's almost overconfidence. The way he's going for like.
Yesterday was atrocious.
Yeah,
absolutely atrocious.
Oh my God, that was so bad. I forgot about
Murillo.
that.
I think
Can I just point out as well that we're all worried about the attack, right? But as you quite rightly pointed out, Rob, we've got Williams and Aina, who are probably our best wingers. Right?
Yeah.
So that we've got them for the wood effect.
Yeah.
But also we've got Gibbs White and McAtee. McAtee is well known for taking shots from outside the box, and obviously Gibbs White is on form regarding what few goals we do get. So it's actually a team that does look like it could produce a goal or two.
Should be taking shots, and creating chances.
Yeah.
Should be able to
create,
You should be able to create an overload on either side because Williams can push up, Murillo can fill in behind him, or Aina can push up, and Cunha, because Cunha's played right back before, Cunha can fill in behind him, and that way you've got a team that. Well, it won't get picked up on the counter attack because you know how it works with someone goes on the overlap and everybody just moves across and then slot back, etc. So that's how it should work. And the good thing is, you don't have to pick any of our crap wingers because striker aside, if Chris Wood's available, it's the wingers that worry me the most. They really do, and it has been all season really.
I agree with that, Rob. I agree with that, and I don't even think I kind of even understand where Nuno was going with Traore. When he wanted Traore, because he could see, because Traore, all right, is shit, but he's not. Because he's got the pace, he's got the power to run down the wing and cross the ball in.
He's going to have that tattoo.
That's what he wanted, though. I could see his vision, though. I could see what he wanted.
Yeah, I can understand why he wanted him. He wanted him to replace Ilanga's pace. That's why he wanted him.
He wanted the pace and the cross ball in. For what?
The difference is that Ilanga could get the ball in the middle and Traore can't. he kicks it behind or he falls over or something. when he
Well,
gets
Yeah,
behind.
but he can smash a few faces in though, can't he? He can back a few folk up if it gets nasty, you know what I
I've
mean?
come across these baby oil boys before, and they're all show.
Have you
Yeah,
really?
I know they are, mate.
Back me in the
You can't
face
build
and they're
muscle
doing a
around your
fight
chin,
and
and you know what I mean?
That's where he got his first semi.
Okay.
I mean,
I agree.
Would anyone go
not
back?
the only ones that can have baby oil anyway.
Why do you not believe it? I don't even
God,
want to
he's
know
gone
the
all diddy on us.
answer. Would anyone go back for?
Only if Cunha's not
No,
available.
Rob's convinced me now. He's
No,
convinced
only
me.
if Cunha's not available, I would
All right,
not
let
be
me
going back
let me
three.
put something out there for you. I'm not saying this is what I'd do, right? But
Yes, it
let me
is.
just put this out there for you, right? If we did
This is what you
something,
really want.
if we went 4-2-3-1, oh, bloody hell, this team's a bit of a mess. I'm just gonna put this out there, just a little spice.
You got a bit of an obsession with the young Nets, haven't you?
Yeah.
I like him. Would anyone consider that? Because he gets Nico Williams on the pitch.
Interested with Williams on the left wing.
That's what I'm saying, man. A competent
I'd
winger.
rather have Williams in his normal position and Hutchinson on the left wing.
Williams'
If you were
normal
gonna do-
position is just on the pitch, man. Put him anywhere.
Yeah. I ain't got a problem
Yeah,
with
it's
that.
not even, that's the problem we have with Williams, though. He's very right-footed. So when he gets to the byline, he always brings it back every single time to cross the ball. And that gives the defender that split
So does
second.
everybody down outside, Dan. If it's
I know we
Callum
do. I know
Hudson-Odoi-
that's the modern way, but maybe we should be a bit radical and actually put a winger on the correct side.
What, a
when he
left-sided
gets
player on the
down, he
left
can
side
cross
and
the
a
ball.
right-footed player on the right side. I know it would be radical.
Yeah,
wouldn't
I know,
it? But
crazy,
they don't
isn't
seem to do it. Don't seem to do it. You know, put money.
you-
I haven't got a problem with it. I
don't know what Robbo would have said if we'd have said, "Oh, we're playing you on the right this match, Robbo." I don't know what he would have said.
He's right-footed, isn't he? And he played on the left, so yeah, kind of proves that point. But I haven't got a problem with that actually. I would love to see Nico Williams in a more advanced position with a decent left back behind him because I think we've played with it before, but it's just not.
Yeah, that's not a bad shot. You could do that. You could do that as well. Put Gibbs White on the right.
I'm
And
kind of
Gibbs White can cross the
went
ball, I
into
keep
Rob's
saying.
idea, to be honest.
He's one of the few players who
can.
can cross the ball, but I haven't got a problem with either of
Would
those.
you say that 3-4-3 thing was actually what we played away at Porto, albeit with completely different personnel?
yeah, we did, and we looked horrific.
Well, no, but come on,
Yeah.
right? I did say, albeit with completely different personnel. So
Yeah, the
we
personnel does make a difference, doesn't it?
yeah,
Rob?
it does. Yeah.
How a team
Well,
plays.
To be fair, he has actually tried it with Gibbs White and McAtee up front together, or well, not up front. But
Well, he
like
did
two-
that at Porto. He did that at Porto.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
he's obviously had the thought. I don't know if maybe he didn't like what he saw there, but we're talking about a completely different set of players around them.
It's nice to have a
Massive.
manager, though, isn't it? That is prepared to try something a bit different. And
Yeah, and
he's
the
actually
players seem to be-
tactical now to think, yeah, I'll try that. No, it's not worked.
Yeah.
Or yes, it has. Like,
You know,
rather than some of the previous managers we've had.
We've had some narrative that we would have got to this stage of a tournament despite whatever manager we had, and I don't believe so. I don't think.
I don't either.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. But you can see the players have bought into what he's been trying to do, and you can see that there's been some trust from him in those players because he has played them in the European games. He's given them that chance to go out in a semi-final and prove themselves. And, you know, some of them have, and some of them have let themselves down. But McAtee's one that seems to, like you've all said, seems to have slipped through the net a few times. He's not been given as much game time as he probably thinks he should deserve. But on the sidelines, I'm seeing a lot more involved, a lot more, you know, part of a team, which at times earlier on in the season, he seemed quite distant from it. He seemed like he wasn't bothered sat on the sideline.
Like him, I do.
Let's see.
I think you'll see him on Sunday. I genuinely think he'll be
because let's be honest, if you're a player of McAtee's ability, which is basically creativity, and Sean Dyche comes in, you're not going to be happy, are you?
No, what,
Seriously,
doing a
I
beat
mean that.
test? What, doing a beat test?
Seriously, you're not going to be happy.
Yeah, bleep test.
96 minutes in the first mention of Sean Dyche.
Well, if we win the Europa League, Sean Dyche gets the medal.
Certainly
So.
passionate on that byline. I quite like that. He certainly seems to be feeling it, which is good.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah,
guys
I
is
think
just
he played Sunday.
stand there picking his nose. You know, it's a pleasant change.
All right, let's get the score. I mean, I've just looked. We can go an hour and a half, man. Bloody hell.
Yeah.
It's Nicky. Never stops rabbiting, that lad.
Yeah, definitely Nicky. Yeah. Go on then, boys. Chat. Get your score predictions in. Make sure you've hit the like button. Make sure you subscribed. We should do a man of the stream poll. Well, we can do a quick one. Go on then, boys. Who wants to kick us off?
Was that
I
hands
will
up?
if you like.
Yeah.
I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to do a double prediction. I'm going to predict that Tottenham are going to lose, not draw. They're going to lose at home to Brighton, easy. That will make our players feel like a little bit of pressure lifted, a little bit, and they're going to go out and we're going to win 2-0. Confident.
2-0.
Do they play before us this weekend and not at the same time?
Yeah. They play on Saturday.
They play Saturday night. Sorry,
Yeah, so now at 5:30, I think it is.
Well, I'm pretty confident as well, and similar scoreline I was going to go for. I think we broke our duck of finally scoring at home in the last 2 games in both competitions, and hopefully we can be a bit more progressive and get an early goal and actually get the second goal and give us a bit of a easy second half. But Forest never will make it easy. But I'm confident we'll get the 3 points on the weekend. So I'm going to actually echo the scoreline as well, 2-0. And I think if Chris Wood is playing, I think he'll get both goals.
All right. I'll put a little poll out. You lot wanted it. Who's been the best panelist? I was going to put who's been the shittest one. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Get your votes in. Get your votes in. Oh, they're all voting for themselves now. I can see them.
No, they're not. No, they're
I'm
not.
voting for Nicky.
Cocky.
Oh, you got for Nick. Oh, look who Rob's gone for.
I don't care if I don't get a vote. I'm not voting for myself.
Get your votes in.
I'll vote for me then, Ed.
No, I'm voting for Nicky, man.
Yeah, but you can.
Hey, as you're up and running, Red Forest.
Oh,
got your
people
back.
love
Great,
novelty. Nicky's going to walk in.
Oh, he's called you a novelty, Nicky.
Here's the novelty.
Where is Nicky? Oh, Nicky.
That's more private article, then.
He's got to log in on all his alt accounts. So he can...
Oh, Rob's getting a little batch of Rob votes and Robites there, man. All right, go on, and who's next on the prediction?
Should have done it that way, then Nicky couldn't win.
Well, I'm sticking to what I predicted when we did the, which is a home win. I think it'll be 1-0, and it will be really ugly, and there'll be 9 minutes of added time.
Well, you're going, so there's bound to be an injury to a key player as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I'll enjoy it about 3 days later. So yeah, it'll be 1-0.
What about the Spurs result, mate? I want to know your Spurs.
Are we doing the
result.
Spurs? Yeah, I think they will lose at home to Brighton. Yeah,
I think so as well.
they're exactly who they wouldn't want to be playing right now. Brighton.
Agreed.
They'll probably have a buff parade and they'll lose 2-0.
No, Deservies told them not to do it. He told them literally not to do it.
They had a meal. They had a meal in Mayfair. Meal in Mayfair, yeah. Nicky, you're popular, mate. You got 48% of the votes so far. Who's been the best?
Come on, Nicky.
I disappeared. I don't know. Votes for what? Who's got the biggest winner?
Who's been the best?
If that's the case, then it's the wrong. They've got it wrong. But I will say one thing. I really like Pereira. I really like him. I think he's great. And you know, when we got him, everyone was going, look at you. He managed Wolves and they sacked him because they didn't win a game and all this. And do you know something? Managers suit clubs. You don't always, not every manager works for every club. Tottenham.
I think you're setting yourself up for a flip-flop at the end of the season there.
Listen, mate. I think he's really good. And what I've seen him do with players and the way he is with players and how he bigs players up and what he does, I think is really good. And I'd be willing to keep him. I just like him. I really like him. I think he suits a lot of our players. And even when we had the presser and Chris Wood was there and he's joking around with Chris Wood and he's like, oh, you could be a manager. Just little things he does. And I just think you're communicating and you're doing things to get on board with the players. And I think, sometimes you don't have to be the best tactician. If the players, if you're a manager, no matter what you do, whether it's football or whatever, if your employees love you as a manager, they'll do anything for you. And I think if you've got that and you've got that skill where you can get the people to love you as a manager, you're halfway there. And I think he's really good at that.
Nicky,
Yeah,
do you
it's
just love
such
him
a
'cause he's
difficult
pisshead
situation.
like you?
Sorry, go on. Say that again.
Nicky,
Yeah.
do you just love him because he's a pisshead like you?
Is he a pisshead? Yeah, but
man.
Nuno's. I like him even more. Oh, I didn't know that. Do you know where he
Oh,
drinks?
mate,
I've got
anytime
reason.
he gets the win, he's straight down the pub. That's how he celebrates them, man.
Oh, well, there you go then. This is why I love Ant. No.
I don't know what
No,
I don't know
I
what that's
didn't
supposed to mean. I don't know what that's supposed to mean,
No,
Nicky.
I
I
don't.
don't
Well,
know.
we
You're getting
like
me
a drink.
confused.
We like a glass of wine, and well, I like a glass of oat. But
So what's
No,
your
I didn't know.
What's your
anything
prediction?
unless it's wine, spirits, or beer.
Me too.
Nicky, what's
Me
your
too.
prediction?
What's your prediction, mate?
What, me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, you.
No, the other Nicky.
I don't know, because I fell offline, didn't I? Ziggy rang me. So I don't know where I've lost a bit. What, for Sunday?
For Sunday, yeah.
No, enough, but for the weather tomorrow, mate. Obviously Sunday, man.
My prediction, I think we'll win 2-0.
Okay.
I think we'll win 2-0, but can I just caveat that?
Oh, here we
No.
go. He's doing a rub.
No,
No,
honestly,
no
I'm not doing
caveat.
I'm not doing a rob. But what I do want to say,
yeah.
I just want to
milking
say, and honestly, Anne, I just want to say though, seriously, I think we'll win. I think we'll win 2-0. But if we lose, I'm not bothered. And I genuinely mean that. I'm not going to start going into meltdown. So, listeners, everyone listening, if we lose, right, don't think it's the end, because Newcastle are dog shit, right, and we can beat them. There's loads of teams that are crap. We can beat. We can win. We don't do well against poor teams. We do well against bigger teams. Burnley, we might struggle. So everybody, don't start trying to look for rope to try and hang yourself because we've lost to Burnley, because it's not the end. Spurs are absolute camel.
Lager and cocaine, far better than looking for a route. I'm only kidding. Children, don't touch drugs. They're very, very bad.
Don't touch drugs unless you want to share them with me. But in all honesty, I think we'll win 2-0. But if we lose, I'm not bothered. That's me. That's my prediction. That's
Don't worry, I'll be bothered. I'll be bothered.
Might drop.
Yeah, but
Wolfie, you get all upset and stuff. You get all upset.
Man. I'm going to celebrate losing, man. What do you think?
Don't worry about
I have
it.
to go on the other channels and get it all the dogs abuse, man. Of course, I'm going to be pissed when we lose, man.
You'll be all right. We'll be sad.
They're turning on you, Nicky. They're like, you're going to jinx this, man. You're going to jinx this.
Sorry, chat. Sorry.
Have we got everyone's predictions? I can't remember. Yeah.
We all went 2-0 except Rob. It was like,
1-0.
What did you say, Rob?
1-0.
I can't remember. 1-0. All right, cool. All right, listen, there is a beat the drop out on the channel from yesterday. If you didn't get a chance to see it,
it's not a real beat the drop. It's a team
and
I'm not even bleeding on it, so it's not a proper.
He disowned me yesterday and everything.
I threatened to quit.
No, you didn't threaten to quit. You did quit. You did quit.
Oh, I did quit. And then he says, "Stop being a pussy. It's not a real one."
It's like, go watch it, man, first and then kick off.
I said, I'll watch it, man. And I watched it and I thought, oh yeah, that's not a proper beat the drop.
Yeah.
It's the thumbnail were there. The thumbnail's there.
I know,
it's the same thing.
I was on Toxic channel, so
I was just looking for what is this from Leicester? He's a good lad.
Chappy.
Chappy.
I was looking.
We are gonna try and get the actual beat the drop out next week. It's just
Wolfie.
the egos of some of these YouTubers. Wow.
Wolfie, when you see Everton Mark, fucking give him one of them because he's not in it anymore, is there? Tell him to fuck off.
I might get him on as well.
Just get him on for the fun of it.
I love Everton Mike, man. He's so funny. He was when Dyche got sacked. I was on the phone to him. Like,
do you know what, mate? You know him. Do you know what he reminds me of? You know when you're like hitting 13, 14 and your balls start to drop and your voice goes. That's what he sounds like when he's talking about now. She's like, I don't know, because you can't quite get your voice.
Speaking of those whose balls still haven't dropped, I'm about to send you over to Dan United. So go give him some abuse. What should we say in the chat to him? Where's your semi? Put in where's your semi? Yeah, and see what he says.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, make sure you like, make sure you've subscribed, and make sure you check out OK Jerseys because as said here by Beast and Redman, he got the 79 shirt and he's loving it from OK Jerseys. So scan the QR code, use code FFTV. We're in the semis, and we'll see you on the preview for the Burnley match tomorrow. Come on, you Reds.
You Reds.
Reds.